mental is mental illness is like a little storm, like a storm that you bring everywhere. Maybe like if it's little, maybe you just can ignore it. Like maybe it'll be like a little annoying, but it's not a big problem. But it's not things that you just can ignore it. It'll be like more bigger and like more grow, and like it will be flooding you and suffocate you. Like when people just make it like take it easy, like oh, it's not a big problem. But if you more like understand it, it'll be like a danger that you just let it be, like something that maybe will harm you someday. Or
the first word that comes to my mind is suffering. How horrible that sounds, but it's just like, because a lot of time people are just suffering in silence because like you're afraid, oh, they're gonna look at me weird, or they won't understand, so you just kind of keep it to yourself.
I think mental illness is something that it happens to like all of us, like especially like the times we're living in right now. Like we're very stressed and we're always like hooked up to our phones, and like yeah, we're stressed about everything. So that's what's like coming to my mind when I think about mental illness.
정신적 질환이라는 게 처음 들었을 때는 친구나 뉴스에서 많이 들었는데 이걸 듣고 생각한 이유는 제 주위의 친구들이 막 스트레스를 많이 가지고 있고 가끔씩은 저한테 얘기를 하기 때문이에요.
In Asia and less developed countries, there is definitely a lot of negative stigma. Like people tend to think that people who have mental illnesses are crazy or they are possessed by the devil.
정신적 질환이 부정적 오명을 가지고 있다는 건 저도 그렇게 생각한 이유가, 만약에 예를 들면 저랑 친구지만 친하지 않은 사람이 정신병원에 다닌다고 하면 그것도 그대로 좋지 않은 안 좋은 루머를 일으킬 수 있기 때문에 약간 부정적인 오명이 있다고 생각합니다.
Oh, for sure. The stigma around mental illness is like ridiculously negative. It makes you feel even worse than the actual mental illness itself. It's like, oh, people are now thinking this of me.
I cannot talk with anyone. I'll be judged. That's the thing in Asia. Like everyone judge you. Like if I have mental illness, just like you are a cray baby, or like you're not strong enough.
I think it should be something that people are comfortable talking about. Like the way you would say, I have a cold, or my stomach's upset, or even like, I have diabetes. Like it's an illness. There's varying degrees of severity, and it's something that's real and has symptoms and affects people on a daily basis.
These days we can get information from all around the world like in a matter of seconds. I think if kind of like freaks people out more. They're like more nervous, more scared about things that are going around. But I know like for a fact that like still there's a lot of people out there that are too afraid to like seek help or do anything about it, just because it's such a stigma around it.
If you have any kind of mental issues, they just throw you in like a crazy house with people with serious problems. Oh, in Finland, it's talked about very openly. Like if somebody has some kind of mental illness, they talk about it as if like it's just normal part of life. Like I like mangoes. Oh, and also I have anxiety. It's like that.
정신적 질환은 지금도 많이 알려져 있지만 조금 더 확장시켜서 소리를 넓혀가야 된다고 생각하고, 그 이유가 정신적 질환은 하나의 특정한 병인데도 불구하고 사람들의 나쁜 시에 견해가 있기 때문에 그거에 대해서는 좀 더 넓은 목소리를 이어가야 된다고 생각해요.
No, it's definitely like pushed under the rug for sure. especially with school culture, amongst students, amongst college students, high school students, there's so much pressure to succeed and be the best, kind of, that it's like, well, fuck, you're putting so much pressure and weight on like such young people. Second place isn't the runner-up; it's the first place loser.
Because like mental illness is kind of like any other illness, like if like a physical illness, whatever. Korea is an exception when it comes to like the stigma.
I know it's not really talked about, and I know it's not taken that seriously, but it also seems like it's pretty prevalent here. But at the same time, they don't want to give a label to those symptoms. They don't want to say, I'm depressed, or I'm anxious, or I'm struggling with this or that. They just want to say, oh, life's hard sometimes, suck it up. It seems more like they have a mentality of just ignore it until it goes away, but it doesn't really go away.
I have not heard anybody talk about mental illness in Korea, so I can kind of I get the feeling that it is something people don't talk about because they don't want anybody to think they're crazy. They don't want to be different. There's a huge culture of conformity. So if you're even a little bit different in any ways, you're afraid that people will judge you.
It's typical of Asian, I guess. Like, you just hide by yourself. Since I come to Korea, like, I like more even realize that it even worse here. Like, our teachers say that a problem is a not thing that we need to talk to everyone in here. Like, they even like consider like a psychiatrist is a a psychiatrist is like why you need people to solve your problem. I mean, like, you can solve it by yourself, but I think like everyone's need help, right? Even like when I see my Korean friend, they just like don't want like anything about their problem. They just like keep by themselves.
네, 아까도 말했지만 정신병원에 간다던가 정신적 질환이 있다는 걸 다른 사람이 안 순간에 그거는 다른 사람에 보이기에 나쁜 생각을 가지고서 그렇게 됐다고 여기는 사람들이 많기 때문에 그거에 대해서는 남한테는 따로 말을 하지 않습니다.
But it's kind of like that term, you know, like ignorance is bliss. So if you don't know about it, then I think a lot of people would have been happier. But now we know about it, and we should perhaps do something about it to make ourselves feel better.